is going to help you creating that value. Now you know that there are value domains that you need to enhance, shift your, just forms and get into those values. So how your personal mindset on service and your relationship ability is going to help you. For an example, you can have a VIP taxi service in the country. When I say VIP taxi service, it is really VIP. You have the latest Mercs, BMWs, and they are going to have that. From the airports, there will be a VIP pick up and drop, right? So these are tip-top vehicles, right? Just imagine you are going on a international Allianz, am I right? Conference to Germany, Frankfurt. So now you've been picked up by VIP taxi service. Your company has arranged. So now the guy comes to your house, you park the car, and you got your gears and you're going in. Now you're going for a conference. And the driver sits and waits. He had just opened the boot remotely and you put your things, closed it. You opened your door, you went inside. The moment you got inside the whole car, you feel that it's stinking. It stinks. Because the driver has been working on excessive shifts without taking a shower. It happens to all of us. If you work double shift without taking a proper cleanliness on your body, you will start stinking. So the whole car is a compact environment, it stinks. So now, the whole proposition of this VIP value drops. Would you ever care to go in that car again? You will not. You will not. Right? So, does the personal service mindset matters for that service of the drivers? Their grooming, their cleanliness, their courtesy, right? He didn't bother to just assist you with your gear. He didn't open the door for you. He didn't address you with courtesy. He didn't greet you. Had he done that, would you feel more comfortable and service valuable? Yes. You will feel awesome about it, right? So, would that enable you to recommend that service to someone else? If the driver had done the proper way? Yes. If he had not done, then that would be the end of that, say, one-shot deal. And you are very bad. Very bad experience. Why? Product is bad? No. That's an awesome product. Delivery is bad? No. Delivery, they came on time. You call, in 20 minutes the car was there. Right at your doorstep. What failed? People, their service mindset failed the product. And on top of that, he never attempted to establish a link with you for further. No relationship of the guy who delivered that service. Gone. You going to a 5-star flamboyant restaurant with your fiance, your girlfriend, or your wife. Wife is in the most sexiest outfit, nice looking dress, slim and tight. So now you go and take a seat, and you find this waiter is a jerk. He is giving looks and he's looking at your wife, in an over and excessive manner. Now you feel comfortable, but you're being served with the greatest food in town. Delicious as ever, and it came right on time with nice heat, and everything is nice about the product, and the way it's presented is also nice. But he has been, just overly and aggressively looking at your partner. Would you feel comfortable? Would you ever feel that you can take your girlfriend and go back there? Or you feel that, real angry? So, is that a good service? Is that a good product? It's a good product. How it is put up on you? You like it? Would you recommend it? No. Now what happens? You are going with Allianz, world-renowned products, investment to this, to that. And you have processors, back officers, risk assessment departments who are delivering it on time, rolling it on time. If you were that jerk waiter, if you were that stupid driver, what will happen to the whole proposition? crash down. So my friends, this again is connected to the personal schema, what you create in the minds of the customer and your POs. It is going to make profits and more value or break the company. You can have the most luxurious products, most outstanding delivery systems, but the guy who is delivering the end value is a failure, whole thing fails. Now it is important, if this whole thing is about us, I never thought it that way. I thought the brand is going to sell for me. No way. Why should they? Like your brand, there are other brands also in the market. So the alternative options are available. They will switch. Right? So if you know that it is so important that it is vested upon us, then it is up to us to have our own precise category pitching schema and PODs right and get our value system upgraded. Understand? Right. Now this whole thing about us, it's nothing about the product or the delivery. We can either make it or break it. So what are the things that we should be precise on? There are 6 things called RATER, or rather 5 things. RATER, R-A-T-E-R. Reliability, the ability to perform the promised service dependably and accurately delivering what is promised. Now did the taxi driver have the ability to deliver the promised service of VIP? When you call a VIP taxi service, you expect the highest utmost courtesy, the highest cleanliness, all tip-top. Did he have that? No, he failed. The most luxurious restaurant failed the proposition of reliability because of the waiter who is a jerk. So their recruitment policy and training policy, there is a value gap. You can see some concocted jerk has got into that. So it brings down the whole brand. Can you see? Assurance, your knowledge, your courtesy, and your ability to inspire trust and confidence. Isn't that what we were talking about in your PODs? Your personal development? What you need to do for the next 5 years? How you change yourself? Getting the POD enhanced across value domains? Isn't that all about that? If you get your knowledge enhanced, if you get your skills enhanced, if you get the whole thing to a different value, are you delivering assurance? Are you being reliable? You get your 2 things right with your development. Understand? Tangibles. Can you be happy about your complete attire? Or you want to revisit and relook at it? Tell me, could it be better? Could my shirt be more brighter and whiter than this? Could my tie be dry clean and smells nice than that? Could my tie have not the same knot every day where I take like this and take it from the head, but I take the pride of put my collar up and put the tie knot every day in the morning? Will that make a difference? Yes. If you wear the tie with the same knot every day, in no time you'll have dirt underneath your chin. In no time this gets bruised and this gets crushed and it is in a very bad shape. You must be having a set of shirts. And how are you going to clean that? What detergent you use? The method of cleaning. There are some shirts, when you do that, there's wool coming out of it. And the collars and cuffs, if you see inside, it's dirty. So, your shoes, your appearance, your haircut, whether you're clean shaven, whether your mouth has a bad odor, whether you have a bad odor, it matters a lot. Why? This is an emotional proposition you are delivering. It's not a tangible product you are selling, it's an intangible, emotional proposition, value you are selling. So, the man who delivers that has to be in the highest tangibility. You need to pay extra attention from today onwards. Don't just get into a, loans and shirt and tie and your shoes just, as a habit of doing. Wear that with passion. And if your neck strap, the ID card is dirty, immediately change that if you are visiting customers. If this has a dirt, your ID card strap, your company will give you, definitely, because you are a salesman. You need to change that every other month. And you need to use deodorant. You need to use body sprays. You need to invest all those things. And that is going to give you this tangibility. And it matters a lot. Believe me, it matters a lot. And are you in your best shape? Or you do excessive drinking, smoking, even if you have important meeting or something the day after, early in the morning, you drink until 1 o'clock in the morning and get up for that, you're going to make a mess out of it. Because you have a bad odor. Next day even morning. You're not sober. You are still half drunk. You have the ability to hold on, but you feel thirsty and you are dehydrated and your mind is not working. All that is connoted by the customer because he is creating a schema about you. Now, believe me, last night my friend's party, I was invited, but I couldn't go. I didn't want to. I can party tonight also. Why should I come here at 8:30, not in my best looks and not without being so? Can I hold on for 10 to 12 hours, standing and talking to you and establishing these facts? I couldn't. Definitely I can't. You get my point? So pay an extra attention to these details. It matters a lot. And on top of that, don't be that jerk, wait. When you deal with clients, you need to deal with utmost respect, utmost professionalism. You need to maintain that. Never show that you are kind of a loose guy, you're a player and all that. It's a bad connotation, bad schema that you create. Though you can be a super salesman, that is going to drag you down. He's not comfortable sending you to his home. He's not comfortable sending you to his brother or sister's house, in-law's house. He's not going to do that. Because he knows that there's some doubt. So that is going to drag your business down. You are basically shooting on your own foot, bringing your whole value proposition down. Your PODs are jeopardized. Imagine, we are in the best profession of this world and you can have control over it, just like the time you control. So we have our moments, we can party, when there are no responsibilities, we can do all that. Right? But when there are important things, go back to your matrix, the urgent important matrix, that is what is driving your life. So you look at that and say, oh, whole heap of things that I need to do. So I should be focusing on prioritizing on what I'm supposed to do. Am I making myself very clear? So when you get up in the morning, since everyone is males, I'm sorry, I consider you are not here. You need to have a bath in the morning before you get on with your job. Every day morning you need to bathe. I'm telling you. It's a must in sales job. And you need to be more or less clean shaven, but now it is allowed that to have different style. It's accepted by the society, it's okay. But preferably, salesmanship is all about clean and transparent and tidy. Understand? Because you actually don't have to communicate any other personality using anything else. Use your natural looks. That communicates what you are. That portrays your PODs. That creates the schema in the end consumer who interacts with you. And that is the emotion that you can get in. Am I making sense? You all agree? Now tomorrow morning when you get into that, if your belt is like dirt and if the belt is like worn out, then you need to change it. If your trouser is like it's not right, you need to change that. Don't say that the company is giving only 3 sets of uniforms. How the hell are you going to do sales with this? Invest on it. Don't wait until the company gives you that. You work for it. You are making some value. You want to change value domains. Invest some money on it. Get the best shirts from Amadeus. I'm not speaking on behalf of a brand, but since you came up with this connotation of Amadeus, only I said it. So stick to things like that. Empathy. You understand others. Do you? 24 hours? Or you are a person, less responsiveness. Oh, it's a Sunday, it's a poor day, don't call me today. I'm not going to pick your call. Let it ring and ring and ring. I'll call you on Monday morning. What is the point if I cannot contact you? Right? When I have a good connotation about you, schema about you, you should pick my call within 3 rings. And you know what I do? I dial anybody. You can check with Dulari also. If it is not picked up in 3 rings, I cut the call. I believe if you want to answer, if you can answer, if you are free to answer, anybody would answer. If they want to talk to me in 3 rings. If it is not answered in 3 rings, that means you are occupied, you are busy with your usual work. Maybe if I was not answered many times, that means you have a very bad schema on the call. My PODs are not right for you. And those are not accepted by you. These are gestures, my friend, in our game. Sales. So if you have a very bad habit in your phones, it's time that you adjust those. It's directly connected. It's you. It's on the company. And if your tie is dirty, change it. Go to your HR and say, I want a new tie. This is worn out. If they don't give, say, I want to buy it. And keep an extra tie and wear that for important meetings. You know, when I was working for companies which gave tie, I had 3. One, my usual one, where I wear every day. And pre-planned things, meetings, I wore another one. And very important company functions, I had a separate tie kept for that. Only for those functions, I go with a white, clean, new shirt. It matters a lot. Impressions. Understand? Are you with me? You understand, Rita, what you are missing right now? When you wear the shirt, if it is not white enough, if you feel it is not white enough for the customer, it's not clean enough for the customer, obviously. So change it. I told you, like your time investment, you need to invest something on you out of your earnings. Please be generous enough to do that and look after yourself. And that is going to pay dividends in this game. It's going to pay dividends. Don't actually ignore this. We are going to find your values now. Okay? You're going to break up for lunch in 5 minutes and then find your own values. But before that, I'll show you some insights. How you do that. Customer has a need or a want. It could be a want because beyond need there's a like. So he has a need for company insurance, car insurance or personal insurance protection. What happens? He seeks for the first person in his mental filing system. He goes to the mind, oh okay, what is flashing? What is flashing? What is the schema? What is the most striking schema? Give me that. You got, what's the brand? Car? Peugeot. You got BMW. You got Nissan. You got Mercedes. Everyone got it. Toothpaste also you got your brands. Why? You have a need to brush your teeth. He has an emotional need. So he is looking for, who can I call? Now if there is no file, no connection here, that means nobody has ever created that schema he needed. That is far better. If you find people like that, that is far better. Your game is easier. Now if you have got your schema right, if you have your PODs right, he has your ways of contacting you. He calls you. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Depends on the schema you have created. Depends on your PODs. He can say, no, I should not call this guy. Maybe it will work. Or he in his mind unconditionally says, oh, I call Pradeep at Allianz. I call Prabhat at Allianz. I call Nisanka at Allianz. So as he will tell his wife or secretary, dial Nisanka. He won't say even Allianz. That secretary knows Nisanka is one and only Nisanka in Allianz. Simple as that. Maybe you are in doubt. No means your PODs have failed. You are nowhere. You are not a salesman. You have not even painted a schema in his mind. Definite yes. That yes, also the weightage of yes depends on which value domain you have created in his mind. Are you just a delivery boy, performing object, or you have gone to the psychological value domains with him? You are an advisor. You are a risk profiler. You are the guy he will call. If you are here, you might not that call. You might not get it. He will do a testing with you. Maybe I'll call Nisaka. Maybe I'll call Toshan. And I'll call Selinko also. I'll call in some other insurance also. That may be. Why? Your value proposition is in the lower domain. And that value proposition is built with all these rata and PODs and the schemas, categories you are posted upon. So how do you post these things? It's you. Company is only assisting. As I said, don't be the jerk steward or that stinking driver. No use. I'm being very blunt here. Don't envy me or don't antagonize me. I'm also part of you like a salesman. So this is my life learnings, what I have learned, I'm sharing with you because I love this profession. And I like to see you guys becoming top GMs and CEOs within the next 5 to 10 years. Get this right today. Whatever we have discussed so far, if you start practicing, you will create a nice set of PODs, and that PODs are going to get you that schema in a frame of reference in your industry. And that creates a name for you. That goes a long way. That goes a long way. And if you want to be more entrepreneurial, you can create your own brand which goes with your name. I have done that. That's why I said Deepa the Navigator. I want that. I've created that. So find that. Find that, it's possible. But you need to, slowly but surely, get your value proposition from a mere performing object to a star. That star should not be selling to needs and wants of people, or are the people who need the product or want the product. You should be a star selling for people who don't want and don't need. Then only your hardcore selling skills will come. Are you with me? Understood? Right. Now I'll show you these are my value scalings. I'm going to share you my personal values which I have put up on 15 years back. I have a personal plan, development plan which I have put up on 15 years back, which I identified with my credentials at that time where I wanted to be in 15 years. Okay? So, now here I put up a scale. Any value which I have selected, any POD value proposition which I want to put to my POD, point of differentiation, it starts from 1 to 6. Start 1 if my level is 1. If my level is 1, that means I need a lot of corrective action in that value. I need to invest more to correct that value. If I am 2, I am still below acceptable level. My value is not acceptable to the market. I am not creating a connotation or a schema in somebody's mind to get noticed. Right? Okay? 2 is also not good. 3, okay. I'm there, here and there. But still I am far behind of that value. 4, I'm good. I'm good, I'm living in the value. 5 is very good. And if there any value that I have a 6, I'm world class. I'm world class and I have the best ability to create the schema and I can put that in my POD. Now this is the scale that I have created for me. 1 to 6. I'll show you my values. These are my values. What you can't see is there is self-value and then rating here. Why is the pointer is not coming? Okay. Can you see the mouse? Right, okay. Value is here, rating is here, my action is here. Now if you ask me, number 1, be punctual, fully prepared, ensuring the mind-body focus for a task. I have developed myself into a 6 on that. I put my mind, body and heart, everything into what I do. And I'm spot on time and I have full control of my time. For long years I have never been late for anything. I've never been late for anything. Okay? Right. And my value number 2, limitless. I showed you my photograph and some of the value which says my L is limitless. I have no barriers. I have no restrictions. I want to be the best. So, exceed expectations. And I make a promise only after evaluating. I promised to do something for you all, but we had a lot of discussions, a lot of evaluations. I've sent a lot of outline proposals, so we had discussions on that. So I have promised, and I'm going to deliver more than what you expect. And I feel that I'm still 5-1. I'm not yet world class on it. I have more to improve. So likewise, yeah, act like an ant. I'm determined, but I feel that I'm 4 on it because I have some excess fat still. Though I'm this size, I still feel that I can lose a few more kilos so that it will make me more energized for my age. Right? I know I'm better than most of the 41-year-old guys, but I want to be better. So I still feel that I am at 4. These are my own values and my scale. And this helps me to shine my PODs, how I am different to the rest of the frame of reference guys in the market, and how I create a connotation in your mind, a mental schema in your mind about Deepal, the navigator. This is what I have been doing with my clients in various industries. If you ask me, banking, to freight forwarding, to aviation, and few more industries like mineral sands, mining, all that. Yeah, I have been doing some consultancy. So, all that, with all the customers, these are some basic values that I have got it into my point of differentiation, and I clearly communicate that differentiation by way of a very strong mental schema. Now, can you do this? පුළුවන් ද මේක කරන්න ඕගොල්ලන්ට? තමන්ට ගැලපෙන වැලියුස් ටිකක් දාලා මේක කරන්න පුළුවන් ද කියන්න කස්ටමර්ස්ලත් එක්ක. ඒක පටන් ගන්න අර මම පෙන්නපු දේවල් ඔක්කොගෙන්. රේට් එකෙනුයි කොහොමද කැටගරි එකක් සබ් කැටගරි එකක් ක්‍රියේට් කරලා ඔයා මේක වෙනුවෙන් පෙනී හිටින්නේ කියන ෆර්ම් බිලීවර්ස් එකක් ඕනේ. මම මේ ඉන්ෂුරන්ස් සෙල්මන් කෙනෙක් නෙවෙයි. I am far greater than that. And here it's my substance that speaks for that. So if you don't have this, go back to your personal development plans, go back to your time management, go back to your dashboards. That is where it is coming from. Can you see that now? Can you see that? Where it is getting linked? What it can do in your life? Are you with me? Right. Let's have lunch. When you come back, we'll do a value proposition for your personal name, personality. Come back in half an hour, please, by 2:35 because we are behind schedule. Okay. You will get anything out of this? You get distorted.